We're back playing with the Winter's Veil collection from Tonic Studios. Hi, this is Kelly with Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. And since it's Tag Tuesday, and while we're not really doing Christmas anymore because Christmas in July is bye-bye, I figured why I had the Winter's Veil collection out yet, I would go ahead and I'm going to do a tag today. And then Saturday, for Sack Saturday, we will be back with a pocket letter, because what I've been doing with each of the collections I have bought from Spectrum Art Creations, I'm making a pocket letter to catalog the collections I purchased. So let's jump into this tag. Let me grab a drink really quick. Now I have lots of things here to play with, but I have a tag base, making sure it's only one. And I have these partials that were cut from when we cut the ribbons for the wreath. So I wanted to see, I need something for a background. I really don't care for that. This I have an idea for, and I don't want the check background. Maybe this one also has potential. I'm not crazy about the grays. I really like this. I think I like this for a back more than I do this. And I like this. Let's do this one. Before I get too far ahead into this tag thing, I want to take a moment to welcome Rose D and Carol Dixon to the channel. And a few days ago, I was talking about I think it was last Monday, when I asked about, well, what colors I was using, whether I wanted to use the red, the green, or the craft for the hole reinforcers for the catalog, for the journal. I had one person comment, and it was a brand new subscriber. So thank you, Carol. Thanks to you, we are going to go with red. Now, I want you all to remember something. This is social media. It's where we get together and we are social with one another. And out of 41 views on that video, Rose D was the only comment that I had. I was really disappointed. In fact, to the point that I almost thought about just killing the channel. I was that frustrated. So please remember when you're watching these videos to leave comments or thumbs up. Even if you watch the video, give it a thumb up. It helps the algorithm. It helps people see my channel. And I'd really appreciate it. Okay, off my soapbox and onto our tag. Now, I had taken several years ago and I had glued several manila folders together to make these tags. And I think what I want to do is I want to do it to where I'm positioning this down at the bottom of this tag. Ooh, no, let's put it at the top. Let's put it at the top. So I'm going to come back in here with my glue. Oops. Let me get a... I don't have... Let's do this. Let's use this so I have something to guard my desk with. And I'm going to go around here and do this like this. Squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. With this 200 GSM paper, the squiggle really isn't going to matter. It's not going to wrinkle up and show. But I'm going to try and position this to where even though that's cut off, I'm still going to get part of those snowflakes on there. And we're going to... Where's my roller at? Here's my roller. Let's roll this across here. And that'll help spread that glue out. And then I can move this out of the way. Flip it over and I can come back with my scissors and trim that off. Now it is starting to release here a little bit. And I may come back and have to show you a trick I learned from Tim Holtz last week. Now see, I have this on the back. I didn't pay any attention to that. So at some point I'm going to have to put some kind of journaling paper on the back of this. But I want to get this off of here first. Now these bigger strips I will hang on to. That little bitty one, it's going bye-bye. And this little bitty one's going to go bye-bye. Now that did shift a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that off so I don't have that in my way. See, I really like that. Now, I'm going to come back with, I was torn between the trees at the bottom or the deer, but I think the deer are going to be too big. So I'm going to come back with this, and I mean, this is going to be a real simple tag, and I'm okay with that, but I'm going to cut that off at the bottom because I want the winter wishes to show at the bottom of that tag, just like that. So I'm going to do that. And see, now when I position this down here, I can center my words right there. And we could, let's see, if we're going to do that there, I can come off of here and cut this one out of the way. And I can kind of rough cut around here so that those trees have some dimension in the background. And I'm going to do this really quick. I have gotten back into a writing schedule again. I'm back to working on book 2 of my Plan to Perfection series. It's called An Ozark's Homecoming. And there is an undercurrent of military in it, and I really like this, but I'm having to make sure that I get all that military stuff right, because I do not want to disrespect our men and women in the military. So I've been taking it kind of slow. Okay, a lot slow, but I'm back to working on it. See, now when I cut that off, those trees have dimension, and they have a purpose, because I'm going to show you what I had in mind. But I'm going to go ahead and I've got winter wishes centered on there on that side. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to trim this one off just a little bit. Bring my glue strip back up. And I'm not going to cover the whole entire thing. I'm only going to come in and do the side. Now that's going to be on that side, so I may have to come in here just a little bit more. We know this side is right, so that's the side I'm going to put down first. And butt it right up against there. And I didn't have a towel here to wipe that off. See, now we see where that's at. And I need to dropped my towel. There's another one. I want to take that glue off the edge. So I guess the thing to remember is if you want to have an input in one of my projects, you need to tell me, please. And then this one's going to get trimmed off here. I should have used my glue scissors for this. Now I'm going to have to go back and wipe off my scissors, but that's okay. Now, on the back of the band for this, they had some tags, and I've already pre-cut some of them. And so I'm going to come back. Guess who has glue on her fingers already? Yep, it would be me. So I'm going to pull that off. Get rid of the glue off my fingers. And I've pre-cut a couple of these. And I have some more here to trim out. But I think I like this one with the deer seeming to be hiding behind the trees. Now he's a little big for the trees. I get that. But it still lets me put the deer in there. So I'm going to put that right there. And I have this seafoam green. Let me see what we have for green in the ribbon drawer. Actually, you know what I want to use? See if I can get this out of here. I have this whole bit of ribbon. That's a little too long, but I like it. We'll leave it out. It's an option. I don't want flowers. I don't want my mask lace. We'll be using that one later. I really like that. let's use that one. And for that, now this is a lot wider than I need it. I'm okay with that because I'm just going to take off, let's do 3. And where are my ribbon scissors? I can come off right here at this. And I'm going to glue it to the back. Now normally I would not put lace on the bottom of a tag, but I felt like this needed something. So I can cut this off and shorten it up. And then I can come back with my other glue, which is still in my art bag from my trip. So let me dig a little bit here. I thought it was still in my art bag from my trip, but I don't see it anywhere. I really wanted to use my craft glue, but I don't see it in there. Let me grab a bottle. That's not fabric fix either. Okay, we'll use this one. I had to get out a brand new bottle. And my glue brush, which I thought was right here. There it is. And we're just going to take the Ultimate Craft Glue, which I use for all my ribbon stuff. And it's thick and tacky for sure. And I'm going to brush some across there. Now the reason I'm putting this on the back is since we know we need to cover that up, I can sandwich this ribbon between the 2 layers. And I'll have to come back and clean that up after a bit. But I can put this on here. Make sure I move it over, and this craft glue dries really quick and it will hold just about anything. And now I'm going to come back through with my longer blade scissors. I'm going to get that glue off of there. Come back with my longer scissors. Just like that. Get that off of there. I really like how that turned out. And now I could pull this up and move it if I need to. And I really need to level that off, so I'm going to bring that up just a little. It was a little cockeyed, a little off center. It's still off center. Wow. I think that's closer. What do you think? Okay, now, because we're just about out of time, I'm not going to cover this with the back of the paper because, well, maybe I am. Maybe I am. I think I have time. Normally my videos are going to be shorter, but I wanted to do this tag. And I think we're going to keep this same blue, and that's what we're going to put on the back. So let's squeegee this down, because you can write on the back on the blue, and it'll show up just fine. So let's do this way, and I want to make sure I get it over that lace good. And I want this, let's go this way. Let's go this way. That will do the trick. That will do the trick. You ever notice I say things twice? If it drives you crazy, let me know and I'll try to refrain from doing it, but no promises. Okay, now we can flip this over. We can come back in with our big scissors and clip that off. Now I will probably take a couple of my pink clips here where this lace is at and clip that down until that dries. And we've got that one in the top there. We have that there. And we have a Winter's Veil tag from Tonic Studio, and it will be ready to go into the journal that I want to make with the remaining pieces of this journal, of this kit. So that's going to do it in the studio for me today. Thanks for joining me. I will be back here on Saturday with a Sack Saturday, where we're going to use the Winter's Veil pieces, and we're going to do a pocket letter. In the meantime, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Did you like the lace? Creative blessings.